Welcome to InstantGMP. In this video, we will be discussing GMP compliance from the perspective of dietary supplemental companies. Since 2010, the FDA has stepped up their inspections of dietary supplement manufacturers. At least 1 in 4 of those companies inspected received a warning letter to improve CGMP compliance or suffer regulatory action. This prompted us to prepare a series of presentations that will focus on good manufacturing practices and CGMP compliance for manufacturing of products regulated by the FDA. It's brought to you by the quality manufacturing experts at InstantGMP in the hope that it will help you avoid any CGMP compliance issues in your shop. Dietary supplements are orally ingested products that contain an ingredient that is intended to supplement the diet. Manufacturing of dietary supplements was not controlled by the FDA until 2007. At that time, the Dietary Supplements Health and Education Act became law. It required all manufacturers or distributors of dietary supplements to be in compliance with current CGMP requirements by 2010. This series was started to provide education and guidance for dietary supplement manufacturers who want to improve their good manufacturing practices. According to the Office of Dietary Supplement at the FDA, ingredients are usually defined as including plant extracts, enzymes, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and hormonal products that are available without prescription and are consumed in addition to the regular diet. The great majority of dietary ingredients have been around for hundreds to thousands of years. There are a few, however, that have recently been discovered and introduced as new dietary ingredients. If these were not sold in the U.S. before 1994, the FDA requires that they are submitted for a pre-market review before being sold. The FDA issued their Dietary Supplements Health and Education Act, DSHEA, which went into effect in 2007. It requires compliance with good manufacturing practices in manufacturing, packaging, labeling, or holding operations of dietary supplements. Manufacturing, packaging, and labeling has to be done as described in a master manufacturing record and then held under conditions that prevent adulteration. Each dietary supplement product must meet specifications for identity, purity, strength, and composition, along with limits on contaminants. A full description of all CGMP requirements are in FDA's final rule on dietary supplements, which is available on their website. It should be noted that these regulations do not apply to establishments that only manufacture dietary ingredients. The FDA requirements for CGMP for dietary supplements are the laws that come from the Dietary Supplements Health and Education Act. There are 206 pages which contain very detailed descriptions of each of the regulations. The FDA uses this document when they conduct a CGMP inspection of a dietary supplement manufacturer and when they implement a regulatory action. If the FDA inspector notices an infraction during the inspection, they will write a citation on an FDA Form 483. If the citations are not addressed and the infractions are not corrected, the FDA can issue a warning letter. The letter warns that if a company fails to come into compliance, the FDA can force them to halt production or can close down the company. The CGMP requirements are on pages 34,752 to 34,958 of the Federal Register Volume 72, number 121. This is quite a bit to read and understand, so we have used a shortcut to focus in on topics most important to dietary supplement manufacturers. We analyzed the citations written in FDA Form 483s and in warning letters sent to dietary supplement companies. We then organized this series of presentations to help educate and inform CGMP dietary supplement manufacturers about the most common citations that we found. Each of the CGMP compliant series presentations will address the hottest issues in detail one at a time. The Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act applies to anyone who manufactures, packages, labels, or holds dietary supplements. The Act establishes the CGMP requirements for personnel, the physical plant and grounds, and for equipment and utensils. One of its most important and most frequently violated sections is the one that requires written procedures, SOPs, for equipment, sanitation, manufacturing operations, quality control, packaging, labeling, and product complaints. It requires a specification be set up initially and then applied in the production and process control system in order to manufacture a product that is considered to be under control. The testing section of the Act allows a certificate of analysis from a component supplier to be used instead of having the manufacturers conduct tests or examinations on the components they receive. It does require testing of a subset of finished batches of dietary supplements based on a sound statistical sampling or of all finished batches and requires a quality control unit to ensure the quality of a dietary supplement. Another requirement that is commonly abused is the need to have written master manufacturing records for each unique formulation and unique batch size of manufactured dietary supplements. A batch production record that follows the master manufacturing record must be used every time a dietary supplement batch is made. Most of the warning letters and 483 citations derive from failing to meet these major requirements. Dietary supplements do not need approval from the FDA before they are marketed unless they contain a new dietary ingredient. The approved dietary ingredients are the ones that were on the market prior to 1994. The FDA has a list of these ingredients. If a dietary ingredient is not on the list, the FDA must conduct a pre-market review for safety data and other information before marketing. Regardless of whether their ingredients are on the list or new, manufacturers need to register themselves with FDA before producing or selling supplements according to the Bioterrorism Act. Firms that manufacture or distribute dietary supplements are responsible for ensuring their products were made under a compliance with GMPs. They have to make sure their products are safe. They have to assure that any claims made about them have adequate evidence to show that they are not false or misleading. The basics of current good manufacturing practices according to the International Conference of Harmonization include the following. Instructions and procedures are clear and unambiguous. Manufacturing processes are clearly defined and controlled. Facilities designed to minimize cross-contamination and mix-up. Operators are trained. Records demonstrate that all required steps were taken, and distribution minimizes any risk. According to CGMPs, the manufacturing facility is compliant with CGMPs is the sponsor's responsibility, regardless if they own the facility or contract out the work. They have to make sure the facility and flow of components around the facility are designed to minimize potential contamination and mix-up. There have to be defined areas for receipt, quarantine, storage, production, packaging, and washing. CGMP inspections of their own facility or a contractor's facility are the sponsor's responsibility. The FDA only conducts inspections for drug products to be sold in the U.S. They do not inspect dietary ingredient manufacturing facilities. The sponsor or product owner has to qualify their dietary ingredients and component suppliers and have to ensure CGMP compliance of their own facilities and those of their suppliers. The FDA will only react if they discover a product is adulterated. Then they can recall the product or shut down the manufacturer. While the CGMP regulations for dietary supplements seem similar to regulations for pharmaceuticals, there are some differences. The FDA issued the regulations for dietary supplements and for pharmaceuticals in separate areas of the Federal Register. A big difference is that drugs have to be pre-approved before marketing. Dietary supplements do not. Another important difference is that drug testing must be done for all active components in a product, whereas there are exceptions available for dietary supplements. Also, equipment and analytical methods have to be fully validated for drugs, but only qualified for dietary supplements. The basics of CGMPs can be distilled down to one concept that can help make compliance easy. If you remember to document what you do and do what you document, you will capture the essence. In this InstantGMP compliance series, we will address the most commonly cited failures and will offer suggestions on how to avoid these errors. InstantGMP makes GMP compliance easy. This web-based application makes all data visible to everyone at all times. It seamlessly incorporates everything necessary for CGMP manufacturing in one place that is easily accessed through any internet connection. It uses built-in quality procedures to check and control CGMP compliance at multiple steps throughout the application. Most of all, it provides opportunities for increased flexibility, visibility, and productivity in your manufacturing operation. This presentation is just one of the many videos and webinars available on CGMP compliance. You can access the rest at the GMP Certification Resource Center. Thank you and have a wonderful day.